how you deal with players, and I think one of the I think maybe it was Matt Gordon was on the show too, and we were just talking, and I just said to him after the first year, I mean, the main thing is just you got to be honest and up front with players in terms of their expectations. And I mean, one of the best lines, and Stan loves it when I quote him, and Stan loves when anybody quotes him, but one of the best lines that he's ever said, all kidding aside, is under promise, over deliver, right? And you know what, you run into a lot of different organizations where kids are promised this, kids are promised that, and it doesn't come through. And you know what? Those are a lot of the kids that are calling and telling us, well, this was my experience last year, and they tell all those stories about what they were promised, and they were never, the expectation was set, but it was never met. So if you can try to be transparent, upfront, and that goes the same way with when you have to do the real crappy job, and that's trading a player or releasing a player. You be honest with them. You don't tell them oh, you're guaranteed going to get this many games, and then all of a sudden after 2 games you're traded, right? So I think that's really, really important. And you know what, I think when you talk about the title, the title really doesn't mean a lot, because I mean, it means a lot, I guess, in the hockey world, but I try to think of it as, I mean, and when the Reves watch this, they'll probably chuckle, but they know that doesn't matter what you do, you got to get the stuff done. So if that means one day I got to take photos for the team website, or taking video, or doing something like with the Trappers wearing the mascot, you just do it. I mean, it's not as a big like maybe some people maybe are surprised that think that junior A hockey is a little bit maybe bigger than it really is, but it isn't. We don't have a ton of like full-time staff like an OHL team does. So all of us have to try to do our thing, and the owners will do a lot of stuff that a lot of owners in other leagues wouldn't dream of doing, because they know they got to chip in, help with game day, because it's got to get done.
If you are interested in watching CogeCo North Bay News, you can become a subscriber by calling 1-800-267-9000.